Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Discover Universal podcast. I'm Brian.
And I'm Cassie, and today we are talking second generation interactive wands.
Something we've been looking forward to for a while. We
Yes.
actually had firsthand experience with the new wands, and they've been incredible. Like, the whole experience we had was a lot of fun. But what's even more special, you guys are going to be able to see us dive into all that information in today's episode. We had two incredible interviews with four unique individuals that all have like a hand on this experience, and it's incredible. You really get to unlock like new magic in a way, like your new magical adventure. And so we have the four wands. You can't see it right now in the shot, but we have them here, and later on in the episode, we do unbox them, so you'll be able to see them firsthand, what they look like, and everything we get to describe with that.
So we unlocked even more magic recently with these second generation interactive wands, and I would say we had the best time ever.
This is one of those moments, like, not to toot our horn or anything, but this was probably the best day I had at Universal Orlando Resort. Like, being able to hang out with you two, as well as the entire team. Like, I know.
The cool thing about the Wizarding World of Harry Potter, just even in general, is this is not only for Harry Potter fans, but it's for new guests who have never been to these parks, who have never experienced these worlds, and that's the coolest part. Like, there's literally something for everyone, and even just in front of us, you can't really see it quite yet. We'll unveil them later, but we have four new interactive wands here in front of us, and they're so distinct with how they look and feel. And so you just draw to your own personal wand and choose whatever you feel exudes your essence, which is cool.
Yeah, and just to jump on that real quick too, like, that's how it was for us that night.
Yeah.
Like, we each saw, these four wands, and we were like, oh, like, boom, I love that one, I love this one, and we were all drawn to it. And they each have their own little unique thing while also resembling some classic feature to it. I'm excited for everybody to be able to experience it, because we also, like, we got to have fun with it. It was, there's no day that's bad when you're working and you're really just having fun.
Oh, yeah.
That's what it was for us, and we got to know a little bit more about ourselves, like, especially our, like, Hogwarts house. Michelle, I know you have a little story with that.
I do. This is very shocking, but I thought I was a Hufflepuff, just like both of you. And throughout the day, everybody was saying, no, I think you might be a different house. And I was like, no, there's no way. So I retook the quiz.
I mean, spoiler. You're wearing the color. If you're watching,
I am
like,
fully
you see that.
locked in. I am now a Slytherin.
You've embraced it.
I've embraced it. Yeah.
I honestly love that for you, Michelle.
Thank
like,
you.
I love Slytherin. I think it works.
I was born the year of the snake. It makes sense.
It's all
Embrace
coming
it.
together now.
Yeah, it all makes sense. I think I was in denial, but
For sure.
You were a little bit, I'm not going to lie. There were moments where it's like, no. You trust me, you are.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Well, speaking of that too, I think the cool part of this is it's a very personalized experience, right? Like, we will get to see our own houses and different elements tied directly to us come to life through this. And so I think that's the cool thing. Each individual is going to have a unique experience, but also each day that you come back is going to be different as well.
Oh, yeah. But I got to ask you guys, I think we've talked about this in so many different ways, but what was your favorite moment that we had in those days getting to experience the second generation interactive wands?
So speaking of the personalization, my Patronus is a calico cat.
Yep.
I love cats. I've talked about this at length.
It comes up a lot.
I have a cat tattoo. I love cats. I getting to see my Patronus in Nocturne Alley fight a Dementor, and it was a cat. I was so excited.
Yeah.
Like, and the staircase location. That's where they had it, which was awesome, by the way, seeing that.
It's so cool.
Yeah. It was so, so cool. And I think just, seeing this thing that, I took the quiz, I got the Patronus. Okay, that's awesome. But seeing it come to life was so cool.
Yeah, for sure. I know Brian, too. I was cheering Brian on as he was fighting the Dementor with his Patronus.
When everybody looks at you and they start doing this, you're like, okay, I guess that is what we are.
For sure. I mean, that's so funny. That's the whole thing, especially with the houses, too. Like, you learn what someone's house is, and you're like, oh, yeah, makes sense. Like, that's so you. Yeah, it's just so funny. It's a fun, relationship building element, I think. So, and that's, literally what those couple days were about. That and fun, and just, again, experiencing the second generation interactive
and
ones,
it's just fun for anyone who's a fan of Harry Potter. And so I can imagine, even outside guests who really may not know much about the Wizarding World of Harry Potter here at Universal Orlando Resort, there's a lot more to it than just the attractions, the food, the drink. There is that living element that we really have. And these second generation interactive ones up that ante. And it's been a lot of fun that we got to have on it.
Yeah.
And I'm excited to actually see all the other fans and our guests to really experience that.
Yeah.
It's a cool new way to do theme parks. And we have other areas in the park where it's similar to this. You know, this isn't the only area where there is that experience element to it, but it's, I mean, as a Harry Potter fan myself, I just think it's so cool. It takes that up a level. To your point, you know, there's incredible attractions, but to be able to take some time. I mean, I'm excited to bring my nephews to see them go through this too and see it through their eyes. I mean, I screamed when I saw my kitty cat, so I can't imagine, you know.
She actually did. I wish we had a clip of the audio of that. Yeah, Michelle was so excited.
Yeah,
I know.
So cool.
I mean, there's so much to say here, and I know we have 2 different interviews today. We have a lot of things in this episode, but the first 2 guests are really going to tell us more about that experience. How do we unlock, again, even more magic here with these second-generation interactive wands? And so I'm excited for everyone to kind of hear what they have to say because, again, there's a lot here to unpack, and I think both new fans and existing fans of the Harry Potter franchise will really get something out of this.
Yeah, absolutely. So, should we bring them in?
Let's bring them in.
Yeah.
Connor, Jordan, we are so grateful to have you here today. We got to experience these wands, but you all have more detail for us, but we'll get into that.
Yeah, before we do, we actually have an important question we got to get into as well all day. We need to know which Hogwarts house you guys are actually in. Who do you represent?
Sure. I think for me, I'll let Jordan go next, is I'm Hufflepuff through and through, very group-oriented. Yeah, I heard you guys are too, so I think I already feel the kindred spirit.
This whole place is more Hufflepuff than anything I feel right now.
We're taking over a little bit.
I like it.
How about you, Jordan?
And then there's the lone Slytherin. But, you know, I'm used to it. Point of pride.
There's always one.
I see Michelle in the background.
Executive producer Michelle's a Slytherin.
I know.
You're not alone.
I know. Never alone.
Slytherin corner is way over there. This is the Hufflepuff table right now.
Okay, well, tell us about yourselves. What do you do with these second-generation interactive wands, and why are you here today?
Yeah, so my name's Connor Triplett. I'm one of the associate producers from Universal Creative, working on the Wizarding World of Harry Potter, Ministry of Magic. So very focused on our very latest, newest, greatest wand interactives at the new park.
Which we are very excited.
Yeah, that's exciting
very
to see.
Excited. Yeah.
And I'm Jordan Bolovich. I oversee digital product marketing for Universal Destinations and Experiences, and I get to be really hyper-focused on how do we educate and get our guests excited about all the exciting new wand magic coming to all 3 of our parks throughout our entire destination.
Yeah, awesome.
And, I mean, that's kind of the thing is like you talk about getting excited. That's kind of what we've had, and we talked earlier about having our experience getting firsthand interaction with these wands and being able to see them in action, and not only just in 2 parks, but now we have 3 parks with Epic, Universal Epic Universe coming and having the Ministry of Magic and stuff with these wands. But can you guys kind of explain, like, what is this like new addition that we're having with the wands, especially with Universal Epic Universe being in the mix? What can we expect to fans who've already experienced the interactive wand experience we've had here? What's that element that we're adding to this one?
I think the overarching theme here is you've never experienced magic like this. I think you both saw this firsthand. You've seen the wands before. You both come to the parks all the time. You each have your own wand, and so being able to see the magic, feel the magic, and unlock more magic is an entirely new experience for all of our guests. And again, you can experience that in all 3 of our parks and all throughout the Wizarding World. And so that involves new updates to wand magic locations. So new lights, new sounds, new even smells, feeling, new wands that we have here, allowing you to unlock this new elevated experience, and then an entirely new way for you to interact with the Wizarding World in the form of Universal Play.
Universal Play, what is that? Can you explain that to us specifically? And how does that integrate here with the interactive wands too?
Yeah, so guests that have a second-generation interactive wand will be able to unlock an entirely new form of immersion within the Wizarding World. And that's a lot of words, so what does that actually mean? What is that actually going to mean while I'm here?
A lot of big words right over the head.
Exactly. And so I think when you actually go, so when both of you were able to go out into the park and visit Nocturne Alley in the Wizarding World of Harry Potter, Diagon Alley, we have the Nocturne Alley stairs. And in that, you both were able to cast a particular spell and illuminate those stairs. And then you might have noticed a Dementor coming out and then casting a Patronus. Each of your Patronus was unique to you, right? Yeah. So you were able to select and choose your own Patronus to be able to battle that Dementor. And you can only do that through Universal Play. That allows you to unlock an entirely new level of immersion in the wizarding world, not just in the form of your Patronus, but also the form of your Hogwarts house. So depending on if you are a Slytherin, House Pride, or a Hufflepuff or a Gryffindor or a Ravenclaw, you might see a different experience in each of those wand magic locations than some of your peers or someone that might not have paired their wand with Universal Play. And I think that's the story here, is that Universal Play allows you to go and experience your own wizarding story in its own unique way. In addition to personalization, every action that you take allows you the chance to earn house points. I think we've all wanted to have that moment where we earn the house cup and help our house.
Absolutely.
Like the Slytherins are always going to win.
We'll see.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Kind of outnumbered on this one, just saying.
See about that.
3-1. But every action that you take in the Wizarding World allows you to work towards that goal. It allows you to unlock new stories, explore new characters, including fantastic beasts that might be on the loose throughout the streets. And being able to experience that and unlock even a few adventures that can only be found within Universal Play. But that's the beauty of it, is it's not required. It's the opportunity, if you would like to go deeper into the story. But if you want to go into Ollivanders, purchase a second generation interactive wand, and just start casting, you can do that. But if you want to dive deeper into that story and experience the fun, uniqueness, and whimsy of the wizarding world in your own way, second generation interactive wands allow you to do that like never before.
Yeah, that's cool. the whole unique thing too. It's like, we're obviously theme park fans, and like you said, you come all the time. We do, we really do. Not only for this, but we do love being here at the theme parks, and we had that experience seeing these firsthand. And one thing that I love about Universal, especially Universal Orlando Resort as a whole, is their ability to really make what the world is around you real. That's the thing with these second generation interactive wands, is it elevates that experience of the thematic abilities that we have here. It was something that, like, me personally, I love the world that it's in, and something that Universal Orlando Resort has created with the Wizarding World of Harry Potter, both in Hogsmeade and Diagon Alley, and now with Universal Epic Universe on the way. This is something that I look forward to as a local, and something that we get to do with the Universal Play app. It just enhances that ability. If I just want to come to the park and have a good time, this is something I can also do in the meantime as well.
And it sounds like it's new every day, too. So we could come tomorrow, and maybe the house points that we receive tomorrow is going to be different than next week. And so having this, like, always new, fresh experience in the way we see these second-generation interactive wands sounds like it's going to be different all the time, which is fun.
Yeah, especially like you said, with your peers too. The groups, like what might happen to me in that staircase, which we've gotten firsthand too. There was a part that actually kind of like scared me for a second. The Dementor. I was like, whoa. I was like, this is really unique, because that's a whole like new little addition there that we had in Nocturne Alley. But whoever you're going with, they might have something different, and you get to experience that all together, which is nice.
Yeah.
And I think the other part, too, that's really helpful about Universal Play is that it allows you to kind of have that helping hand, almost like your own Marauders map, if you will, kind of that guide to take you through the Wizarding World and on those stories. And there's so much like Easter eggs and nooks and crannies and adventures and stories for you to uncover, that you now have an entirely new way to interact with that. And that's tips and tricks about how to interact with some of these new locations, about what is the best way for you to cast? How do I learn? What do I need to do? Because one of the things that we're introducing with these is the concept of progression. So the more you interact with the world, the more you unlock, the more you can do, the more you can learn. And there's so much to do. You just can't do it in one day. You're going to have to come back again and again. And now with all the additions, all the magical additions, with the Wizarding World of Harry Potter Ministry of Magic, there's even more exciting experiences that you'll be able to interact with and unlock with a second generation interactive wand.
Like, one of the goals of just furthering the fantasy of becoming a better wizard, right? Like, you get your wand at Ollivanders or any of your local wand proprietors. And anytime you start a new skill, you're not very good. But with Universal Play and all of the new locations that you can go visit, there are so many ways to get better at spell casting or reading through the lore or things like that, that you can uncover the stuff you really want to uncover, or stuff just kind of present magical beasts and achievements and things present themselves to you when you weren't even looking for them.
Yeah.
And so in the Wizarding World of Harry Potter, Ministry of Magic, we have a ton of new locations that are entirely new concepts of spellcasting and interaction that we haven't had at the other parks. One of the new things at Wizarding World of Harry Potter, Ministry of Magic, the guests will be able to unlock together is this multiplayer magic across a number of different windows around the land. And so we have, for the Slytherin competitive types, there are some opportunities to play with and against your friends or foes, depending on who you run into throughout the day, and really just find ways to further your own skills as well as other people's skills as wizards, which is really exciting to do. We have it in a musical sense. We have it in a lighting, fire-tastical kind of sense. There are so many fantastical ways around the new land to do things together, which is really exciting for parents and kids, for friends, for anyone who's picked up a wand before or who hasn't, to really just share that kind of fantasy of, hey, we could be a family of wizards or a friend group of wizards and kind of take this place by storm.
Yeah. I love the word fantastical. I think that very much ties into that new area.
It's one of those things where it's not just like other themed lands that we have before. I mean, this really is a living world in itself that we can all experience together, and every single day could be a new day, and things that you get to go through with the Universal Play app and kind of just go around what path you're going to take and what are you really trying to achieve? Is your house, are you really going for your house points? You want your house to win? Are you having some other like just kind of achievements yourself that you're trying to work out? Or are you just being head-to-head competitive? I know like in our group here, you guys can't see the rest of the group. We're a very competitive group. We love to go head-to-head.
Friendly competition.
It's friendly.
Friendly competition.
Friendly enough. And, we love to have those moments. And those are the moments we cherish and we talk about all the time. So that's something like I personally would look forward to. And I know a lot of people in my family very much the same way. We love the series. So this is something that I know they'll love and I'll love to bring them. And it's something that'll continue to pass down generation to generation.
Yeah.
I think you really hit on something there with those moments, and that we each have a story with the Wizarding World of Harry Potter. Like the first time you walked into Diagon Alley, the first time you cast interactive wand magic, the first time you were selected by the wand keeper at Ollivanders. Still hasn't happened for me yet, but maybe one day. And
it's happened to me once.
There you go. Lucky jealousy. But I think we all have those moments, and that is a common factor that we all have with this world and this story that we've all been on together. And this is just the next chapter, if you will. And I think of how we think, when we think of wand magic, what does it mean? And this is going to change everything. And you can go as much or as little as you want, and you can come back again and again and experience something new and find that new story and find that new moment that you're just like, whoa, I didn't know it was going to do that. Or wow, like I see a snake in the stars because I'm a Slytherin, or a lion if I'm a Gryffindor, and maybe I might change and be a Gryffindor one day because I want to go on a Gryffindor story. And so we have this new level of immersion that we've never really had before within the wizarding world. But when you think about this level of interactivity and immersion, it's not the first time we've done it. We've had other immersive experiences here at Universal Orlando Resort, as well as at our destinations around the globe. And so we think about this as the next chapter, but that's the beauty of it, is there's going to be more, and there's always something new coming, and the next thing and the next one after that is going to just continue to further that level and allow us to go down this journey in the Wizarding world like never before.
Yeah. Well, I know we had the best time experiencing this. Like, seriously, bucket list.
We talk about this all the time.
Top
like, still
experience.
to this day, like that moment was truly magical. And like, I don't think anywhere else could have made it as magical as like the Wizarding World itself.
No.
It was just,
Yeah. I have to ask you guys, I'm very curious before we let you go. Do you have a favorite spell to cast, each of you? No, I'm putting you on the spot.
Yeah.
Do you have one?
I do. I definitely do.
Okay, let's hear it.
It's like you were ready for it. She's like, I do. Ready. I say it. I got it.
Revelio has to be
Love
my
it.
favorite around any of the lands, just because to me that's kind of the ethos of what the wand magic represents, that you're trying to find something new. You're trying to interact with something new, whether you are choosing to find the new thing or that new thing is choosing to find you. Revelio, revealing itself, is kind of what the wands are all about. And so finding those little magical moments are, as they reveal themselves, I think that's the core of what we're doing.
I like how you have something deeper
love
to it.
that.
I was just like, I was expecting like, yeah, I love this. This is my favorite spell to
Kinda gave me
cast.
It's the
Goosebumps.
coolest shape. Yeah. It's also a cool shape. So.
Yeah. How about you, Jordan?
I don't know how I can top that. I just want to same goes for me. No, I think for me it's Lumos. And so it's a very specific spell, but I go back to it's actually a memory of my childhood and coming from like the books and the movies and just the Wizarding World in general is it has such a distinct sound. I don't know if you guys remember like it's like almost like a whooshing sound. It's like you hear it and you know what it is. And I was able to cast it at the Wizarding World of Harry Potter Ministry of Magic the other day, and I cast it and I was like, whoa. Like that's real. Like I did that, and so that's a new one. But it's like again, it's unlocking those little magical moments and like that connection that I didn't even know was there with a spell that I just cast, and I was able to experience it with my second generation interactive wand at Universal Orlando Resort. Like how often do all those stars align?
Oh my
Right,
goodness!
you guys really did take that to another level. I'm like, I like Wingardium Leviosa because it's like
we
it
love
sounds
to say,
cool.
yeah, we just love to say the words.
Leviosa.
Yeah. We're gonna think about. We should think about that. We gotta have like a deep.
I know, because I'm over here, I'm like, I just like the way some of them sound. Like you said, the motion too for some of them, the sounding. But like, no.
That's the beauty of it, right? That these that are the worlds that we're building and the worlds that we start to go inhabit. You have your choice to whether or not you want to get that deep and philosophical and spend your time thinking about what is the philosophy of this thing that we're doing, or you can just go and have fun.
Well, Connor, Jordan, thank you so much. We really appreciate it. Thanks for revealing a little more detail on these second generation.
There we go.
Revelio. Oh
there.
my gosh, shedding some Lumos on these details. Thank you so much.
I know, absolute professional.
That's all Cassie, actually. I'm over here like, I don't understand the deep part. That's so cool.
Swish and flick.
Yeah, swish and flick. I'm still on that level.
Yeah. Well, thank you both so much. We're excited to experience these interactive wands even further and catch us out there a lot.
Absolutely.
We'll be out there. Thank you guys.
Thank you. Thank you guys for having us.
Well, that was a lot of fun having Jordan and Connor both on the set here, getting to talk about the second generation interactive wands. Had a lot of fun with them on board.
Yeah, and we have even more knowledge to be shared with Britt and Hannah, and they're huge Harry Potter fans. So you see that passion come out and just even more information on what to expect with these.
Absolutely. Yeah, so let's go ahead and bring them into the studio then. Now joining us in the studio, we have both Hannah and Britt. First of all, so excited to have you guys on board to talk to second generation interactive wands. But before we introduce y'all and get to know a little more backstory that you guys have involved with this project, we need to know something we've been discussing. What Hogwarts house do you guys belong to?
I am a Gryffindor through and through.
Excellent.
Okay, cool.
Excellent.
Cool.
How about you, Britt?
Don't let the green trip you up today. I am, to quote, the huffliest puff to ever Hufflepuff.
Love that.
Team Hufflepuff all the way. But before we get into like all that and we'll get into the goodies, we need to know just a little bit background story. What do you guys have involved with the second generation interactive wands?
Yeah, so I have been serving as the creative director for the Wand Magic experience here in Diagon Alley and Hogsmeade, and working with the second generation interactive wands to enhance the shows and spells that we perform. And it's been really great since I've been a Harry Potter fan my entire life. So it's been really cool to kind of take all the dreams and aspirations I've ever had that we hadn't already delivered on and get to add them and integrate them in. And it's been really cool.
It's exciting.
Yeah. And then my job, I am the producer for the Diagon and Hogsmeade interactive experiences. My job is really just to take Hannah's creative vision and make it happen.
So she comes to you with all these ideas. You're like, all right, let's make this work now.
Yeah. I say, okay, let's put our thinking caps on and figure out how to do this.
Yeah, that's amazing.
Let's make the magic.
Let's make the magic.
We were talking off record too, how you both are just massive Harry Potter fans, which we are too, but how cool to be able to actually have your hands on an enhanced experience. So what has that been like for you both?
Dream come true.
Yeah.
You got 3 words to describe it. Boom, dream come true.
Dream come true. Yeah. No, it's been absolutely astonishing, amazing, really,
cool.
to get to influence something that was with you your entire childhood.
Yeah.
Is just crazy.
Oh, it's so cool.
I can imagine. And that's really cool. Obviously, like we talked off record and you guys were explaining that like past that you had with it, just the excitement that you have with this. And it's really good. Like I speak from a fan's perspective, knowing the hands that are on these projects and stuff are true fans of like the franchise and all is what makes it unique and special for us fans, what we really look forward to. And in something I'd like to know from you guys, it's like, what is your favorite like thing overall when it comes to the second generation interactive wands? Is it, the spell casting? Is it, the special magic that you get to see with the new wands? Like, what do you guys prefer that you have as your favorite part?
Gosh.
Did I start a little too deep? I should have thrown a slow one. Yeah.
Great question. There's so much. It's hard to pinpoint one thing, but I think if I had to pick something, with the second generation interactive wands, now you can go on these adventures in the lands and actually like become kind of part of these, experiences and really cool moments that you haven't been able to do before. So you can join the dueling club or hunt down a Dementor, and like that's so cool. And we couldn't do that before, and now these new ones allow us to do that.
I think my favorite part, I get to go up to an interactive and wave my wand, and I get that haptic feedback. I get to see the lights. I get to see and feel that, wow, I did that.
Yeah.
I just made that happen. And that's just such a rewarding experience as a guest, as a fan, all around. It just individualizes the experience and makes you a part of the story that we already love.
I know.
Yeah, I mean, that's the experience we had.
Yep.
When we had the ability to actually use the wands and stuff, it was really neat because somebody who's like a fan of Harry Potter would be really like into this, but also just any casual fan of like coming to the theme park at Universal Orlando Resort, you get to also have that little elevation of the thematic experience. And still to this day, we were joking earlier about it's like, it's something we still talk about to this moment, which is really fun.
Yeah, it really levels up the immersion too. I feel like that's like a key word of this podcast. We say that all the time, but it truly is. I mean, what you know of the Wizarding World of Harry Potter is leveling up with this experience. And I think that's going to be really cool for fans who have been here many times to see just a new, fresh way to experience the worlds too.
Absolutely. Yeah, you're not just experiencing the magic anymore. You are immersed in the magic. You can go, like Hannah said, you can join the dueling club. You can go see that you did that thing and made that thing happen in the interactive. It really pulls it all together and makes it amazing.
Yeah. So I want to hear about some new spells that we can see throughout these experiences. And then do each of you have a favorite spell out of those?
Ooh, again, there's so many options.
And it's like a deep breath just now. Like, okay, here we go.
I mean, I kind of alluded to it before by saying, like there's Dementors and things. So I think one of the most iconic spells is the Patronus charm.
Yes.
And it's so personal, and everyone, has their own Patronus, their own animal that appears, and just what a Patronus means and being like that light when you feel like you're most lost, and getting to manifest that and actually feel, the Patronus come out of your wand and appear in front of you is just super, super cool. And it's hard to say that anything else could be my favorite just because of how like wild that is.
Yeah.
I mean, it was like a unique experience, like that part we got to do, and it
So
really
cool.
was. I'm going to use the word magical. Like that's what it was. I mean, like you get to see that from the wand to the actual like Dementor. That part was neat.
Yeah.
I think mine might have to be Renovate, which you would go and experience and cast at the Dueling Dummy over in Hogsmeade.
Oh, that was so cool.
Number one,
So cool.
the experience is just amazing.
Yes.
Like we made this thing come to life for real, and you get to battle it. It's an amazing experience in and of itself in that way, but it kind of signifies the bringing to life that we've done with this. We've brought all of these things to life. We have immersed the guest in these experiences, and to be able to cast Renovate and see that dummy chest light up, and it stands upright, and then you get to battle it and do your test to join the dueling club and show that you're worthy. It's great.
It's pretty cool.
It was. And the unique thing, too, is the location of it. It was right under Hogwarts Castle. So I was like, there's no better immersion than being here in the Wizarding World of Harry Potter, in Hogsmeade specifically for that. And we're underneath, like, Hogwarts Castle.
Yeah.
And, like, this, like, kid you not, like, the dummy looks up at you. It's alive. And I'm like, oh, my gosh, like, I have to battle this right now. And I didn't do too good the first time. Or the
That's okay.
second.
Practice makes
Or the
perfect.
Yeah,
third.
exactly.
Maybe
But you
around the
got it.
fourth.
But you got it.
I did in
You
the
got
fourth
it.
try, but the first
Yeah.
3 tries, everyone's looking at me like, do we need to give the wand
I
to somebody
know.
else?
I know. And just seeing the castle lit up, like you mentioned, and then seeing all the haptics and everything happening there, I mean, that was a really fantastic experience. Both of those two are kind of the activities to round out your journey for the day, right? So how explain that to us, like what's kind of the journey that a guest goes through throughout the day with this experience, and what can they expect with that?
Yeah, so once you bring your wand into the parks, you can go up and start casting right away. So it's really kind of your adventure is what you choose for it to be. But we do have some introductory adventures that help you learn how to cast spells and just get a better understanding of how your wand is working, how your magic's working, and what kinds of things to look for. And then after that, we start to teach you new spells that you may not see on the medallions on the ground. They're brand new spells that we've never done before. And you're taking those spells and not only perfecting them, but also they guide you. There are these spell books in the windows that will give you hints on where to go next. And that'll help you explore the parks and learn the spells that you need before finding that final confrontation, either with the dueling dummy or the Dementor.
So I'm also like a big video game nerd. I love playing games. And one thing that I specifically love is like achievements, accolades, like having like that trophy to be like, look, I did this, I did this. Can you guys kind of explain as far as like these accolades and achievements, like what can the fans look forward to as far as like what is delivered with that?
Yeah, so my background is in game design, so I come from the same like achievements and like extra bonus
we're vibing
things.
here.
Yeah,
Okay, got it.
So there's definitely that aspect of completionism and like wanting to learn every spell and do everything. And since we now have some spellcasting locations where you're playing games more so than just casting spells, like I got to get rid of all these pixies at the owl post and things like that, you get graded on your abilities. And so we have these achievements in the Universal Play so that you can track your progress, see some of the more like secretive things to do. Like there are some secret spells that aren't on the map that you can find.
It's like hidden trophies in a way.
Yeah, a little bit.
I like
yeah.
that.
So I think it adds just another level of depth to the experience that'll just keep you coming back and having a lot of fun with your wands for a really long time.
For sure. Yeah. We talked about that with Jordan and Connor, just this level of it's different. It's fresh every time you come here. And I think that's going to be awesome, especially for us annual pass holders, for example, who have been here a lot.
We don't need to talk about how long I've been here.
I know, this is good to just like be able to have a fresh experience every single time. And I think that this brings that level of that.
Yeah, you'll
to
definitely
our
be
time.
able to get to spend a lot more time in the parks and in the lands.
How important is it to have our fans, especially of the Harry Potter franchise, how important is it for having that personalization for their house, be involved with this experience?
I mean, I think it's a huge part of a Harry Potter fan's like experience with the brand. It's one of those questions you always ask first. Oh, what Hogwarts house are you in? So to actually be able to right? So like to be able to have that be reflected in your magic is just something that's really special. You never know where it's going to pop up. It's like, oh wait, was that red because I'm in Gryffindor? Or hey, how come you got a snake and I got this lion? Like whatever. And so it adds a whole nother layer. And then there's also the ability to earn house points now for your house. And so there is a competition going on, and you finally get 10 points for Ravenclaw. And it's like very exciting to contribute to the House Cup. So.
Yeah,
absolutely. And that's not quite where the personalization stops either, because when you go up to battle your Dementor, obviously there's a few different Patronuses out there that everyone is familiar with. You got a dog, a cat. There's a dolphin too for folks who
The
are.
dolphin's actually really cool.
Yeah.
We saw that, yeah.
Love it. Speaking of the Patronus, that is located inside of Nocturne Alley, which is personally one of my favorite areas of the Wizarding World as a whole. And there's always a lot of Easter eggs and things to look out for there. So can you share a little bit more about what we can expect in that area?
Absolutely. We've definitely given some love to Nocturne Alley. We've given the perched bird back there a little bit of love. You can change him up into a few different things or other animals if you choose to do that. We also have our dark sky back there where you can make a rainstorm come up and then you can cast it away. And, there might be some nefarious stuff because it is Nocturne Alley. So you might,
naturally.
if you're on certain adventures, if you're active in certain things, you might see a dark mark and you got to banish it away. You got to go clean up Nocturne Alley.
Yeah. Somebody has to.
We got to clean up on Nocturne Alley.
Yeah.
Well, something I'm very excited to get into right now is the fact that we have these new second generation interactive wands sitting here. They've been sitting here all day. We have each one of the brand new second generation interactive wands.
The boxes themselves, if you're watching, are absolutely gorgeous. So that's the first detail you'll notice. And I have to say, too, we have these amazing house scarves also in front of us. And these wands are not attributed to the houses. So just have to mention that. And so that's kind of fun, though, because we can pick whatever wand we want to, no matter what house we're in. So
more options.
Just have to mention that. Yeah. Let's do it. I think we should both all unbox them. So I will say inside, there is a map when you first open this. So can you share a little bit, what is this map detailing? What do we see?
Yeah.
Is that Ministry of Magic?
We're seeing it live here.
Look at this.
This is the Ministry of Magic, which is obviously coming to us in Epic Universe very soon. The work on this is absolutely stunning and gorgeous. And then you flip it over, and you've got Hogsmeade and Diagon Alley as well.
I already jumped into opening my wand. I got my wand already ready to go.
So
let's hear about it, Brian.
This was my favorite one. This was the first one we laid eyes on. I was like, that's mine.
Beautiful.
I will take it. So it's all white, but it's like a tree. It looks like a tree to me. It's the wood, obviously. There's a little bronze separation there, but I have this red gem that's in the center, and that's what really caught my eye, and especially the way the woodwork is around it. It truly is something. I know we've been talking about magic all day. This wand is the description of magic in itself.
I know.
So I love this one.
My eye is drawn to that gem. I can't look away. It's gorgeous. I have this very regal looking. It's simple. I love it. It's very classic looking. It's black, silver handle.
My wand is very similar to yours.
Yes.
It's basically just different colors. We've got the brown on top with a gold lattice.
Yeah, and then I've kind of got the other side of the galleon, if you will, of your wand there, Brian. So mine is brown, but it has this gorgeous emerald inlaid in the base, which I just think is so cool. It looks like it's breaking through the bark. And then the adornments on it are nice and silver. And what I really like about these wands is that they get quite round at the bottom, so it fits really, really well in your palm.
Yeah.
I'm so excited just to experience these wands again firsthand. We had the best time ever.
It was the best. It really was.
Yeah. Thank you so much.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Well, as our last experience that we had with these wands, this one was actually really incredible too. Getting to be with Hannah and Britt and also unboxing the wands right here in front of you all to be able to see the second generation interactive wands.
Yeah.
That was a lot of fun.
Yeah, I know. I love just getting to hold them again and see all the detail and everything. It feels so magical having them in our hands. We saw that the other day when we were going through the experiences, but today was no different.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, what
Had
a
great
treat.
Time.
Yeah, well, we have a quiz, as always, a game. Quiz game
See
situation.
If we've been paying attention.
Have you?
Yes.
Have
yes.
we? We're going to figure it out.
Yeah. So Michelle has our Take 5 quiz for us.
I do.
Yeah.
All right. So this will be multiple choice.
Okay.
I think it'll be fairly simple. Since this is a quiz and there's some friendly competition, I will need you to buzz in somehow. Okay, Brian, since we have some candy on the table that we have not addressed, you are Birdie Bots.
Okay.
You have to say that whole thing to buzz in.
Birdie Bots, every flavor bean.
Birdie Bots. Yeah, say that 3 times
Birdie
fast.
Bots and then Chocolate Frog.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Okay, cool.
Ready.
Got that.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
Here we go. You ready?
Yeah.
Number 1. How many new wand designs do we currently have? Is it A, none, B, 4, C, 382, or D, 1,000?
Chocolate
Birdie Bots. Oh, I think that
I
was
heard
you.
Chocolate Frog.
Better.
B4.
Four new interactive wands.
Good job. So close.
Good job.
Number 2, what makes these wands so unique? Is it A, you can go on adventures? Is it B, personalization to your house? C, accomplish achievements? Or D, all of the above?
Birdie
Chocolate
Bots.
Frog.
Oh, I heard Birdie
I feel
Bots.
like, yep.
Yeah, Birdie
I
Bots.
didn't even know if
got
I
it.
said it right. I was just like, I'm
Nope,
throwing it out
you
there.
got it.
D, all the above.
All of the above.
Good
Yeah.
job.
Tied
Good job.
up.
1 for 1.
Really cool new
Nice.
features.
Yeah.
Okay, number 3, where can we purchase these wands? Is it A, the Wizarding World of Harry Potter Hogsmeade? B, the Wizarding World of Harry Potter Ministry of Magic? C, the Wizarding World of Harry Potter at Diagon Alley, or D, all of them?
Chocolate frog.
Oh,
Chocolate frog.
chocolate
Frog's
frog.
in.
All of the above.
All of the above.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can purchase these in all of.
Yes.
I mean, as
that
soon
one
as,
actually was getting ready to trick me. I was like, whoa, wait
Yeah.
a minute.
Oh, I
Yeah,
know.
good
You had to
one,
think
yeah.
about it for a second.
well,
yeah.
we'll have to wait for Universal Epic Universe, but once that is open, we'll be able to purchase them
Yeah.
as well. Number 4, what are some new interactive locations we can find in the park? Is it A, the Dueling Club tent, B, Nocturne Alley Sky, C, Make a Cake, D, Drink a Butterbeer? I'm giving this away.
Chocolate frog.
Go Chocolate Frog.
Wait.
There could be 2 answers.
I was like, hold up. I
Could
think there might be
answers.
2.
There's 2
A, B.
answers.
A,
A and
B?
B. A and
Okay,
B.
okay,
Yeah,
cool.
trick
Yeah.
question.
Trick
Yes,
question.
that was a trick
Yeah,
question.
okay. All
I
right.
am a Slytherin now, so
There it is.
Just
Okay,
a little
heard.
Trickster.
See you.
Okay.
Yes, the Dueling Club tent, which was a really cool location we got to experience,
yeah.
and the Nocturne Alley Sky.
Yes.
Yeah.
Awesome,
So
too.
good.
And number 5, how can you elevate your experience in the Wizarding World of Harry Potter? Is it A, purchasing a wand, B, accomplishing achievements throughout, C, going on an adventure in all 3 of these Wizarding World lands, or D, all of the above?
Chocolate frog.
Chocolate Frog
I'm
is
struggling
winning
with
over
mine
here.
today. Yeah.
I feel like you should give that
Yeah,
one to
Brian, you take it. You
All
take
right,
it.
Yeah,
all
you
right.
said it first.
Team Hufflepuff here
Yep.
with answer D. We're gonna go with all the above.
All of the above
Yep.
is correct. Yeah.
Yeah, good job.
You know, we're in the same house, so we both
I was
get the
gonna
Hogwarts
say we're
house
just getting
points.
for our own
Yeah.
house. It,
10
it all
points to Hufflepuff.
accumulates.
Burner
Yeah.
box, burner box. I can't do that fast. I knew
Burner
I was
box,
gonna
every
mess it
flavored
up.
bean.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Well,
I mean,
As-
Cassie still got the individual win
Cassie
there. Yeah.
definitely wins, but as you
Yeah,
heard,
I had the
Definitely
username.
wins.
It's fine.
there is so much to do with these new ones.
Yes.
Oh,
so.
yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Good job. Team Hufflepuff.
Team Hufflepuff. Second place Team Hufflepuff guy here. Well, that was a lot of fun that we had in today's episode. We got to talk with Jordan and Connor and Britt and Hannah. We had a lot of information that we also found out today, as well as from our experience with the second generation interactive wands. Also,
Yeah.
big congrats, by the way, winning the game. I have to throw that out there
Congrats
all the time.
to you too. Oh, I mean, we both won,
Yeah,
right?
Team Hufflepuff. Yeah.
all the way.
Slytherin's
Yeah.
over there, but yeah.
Yeah.
That's cool. Hey, that's cool. You know, she's
Oh
like,
my
whoa.
goodness.
Slytherin over here, yeah, for sure.
We love it.
Yeah.
We love Slytherin too. It's
thank you.
fine. Yeah. Well, these wands are now available for purchase. I know we mentioned like we can't choose. So we're going to have to collect all of them, I think, over time or just all at once.
It's gonna
Whatever we
happen.
choose. Yeah. But you can purchase these wands now at all 3 parks, including Universal Epic Universe. Head to the show notes below to get more details on Universal Epic Universe and Universal Orlando Resort as a whole. Thanks for watching and listening. Thanks to our amazing guests and to our crew. Thanks, Brian.
Thanks, Cassie.
As always.
Thanks, Michelle.
Yeah.
Thank you, everybody.
Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.
I'm going to try these.
Good luck.
I get so nervous when doing this, but let's see.
I think we all need to do it in solidarity.
Maybe.
I know.
Okay, I'm
give it-
grabbing one.
okay,
Oh,
I'm
no,
just
I got
gonna-
green.
I'm just going to pick one.
Do I just go for it?
Yeah, don't look at it. What'd you get?
Mm-mm.
Ooh, mine's good.
Mm-mm.
Mmm. I love
Oh, wait.
mine. Is Brian crying?
There's a reason
feel
why I
like-
don't do this.
What's the flavor?
Tears.
It's a mixture between grass.
I was going to say mine tasted like grass.
It's sour.
He's got tears.
We just got a full send.
I can't swallow this. Okay, but shoot. My tongue is numb.
Mine's delicious.
I'm actually tearing up.
They're so good, they'll make you cry.
Mine was so
Hold on,
good.
I gotta throw
What
this
did
out.
you?
What is it? Really grass?
It's like, but it's sour. It's making my nose run. Hold on. Do we have a trash can? I'm actually running.
Outside.
Okay.